Oh, hi. Welcome to the Carbon IV Performance Center. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about a very important topic. And this important topic is stress management. One of the things that affects your performance the most is your ability to manage or juggle stress. Stress comes as several different things. Stress is not just you've lost your job or something bad has happened in your life. Stress is many, many things. One of the biggest stressors that's in today's world that people do not take into account, toxicity and calorie deficit. That's right. Calorie deficit counts as a stress because the way your body deals with not enough calories is via a stress response. Also, toxicity is a stress on your body. Why? Because your body needs more energy in order to clear out these toxins. In the same way that when you're sick, you need to have sufficient calories in order to fight the illness. It's the same thing with toxicity. Toxicity is not a simple process of just drinking some more water. A lot happens in the detoxification processes that makes you understand there is no one easy solution to detoxify. It's not as simple as blending some celery and drinking it every morning. There's correct hydration, there's electrolyte status, there's bowel movements, there's sweating. These are all factors that will affect your detoxification ability. When you're looking at your life, an important thing is to establish your stress management levels. You have to assess, first and foremost, what is the toxicity like in your environment? How healthy is the foods you're eating? How clean is the air you're breathing? How clean is the water you're drinking? Looking into the lotions and shampoos and items you apply onto your skin. All of these things, believe it or not, put toxins into your body which count as a stressor. Now, on top of calculating this cost, you then got to go, what can I do about it? Are you able to drink more water? Are you able to take electrolytes? Can you supplement correctly to support the basic functions of your body? On top of that, can you implement sweating daily? Can you implement time in the sun? Can you implement daily activity? These are all things you need to implement in order to counteract a toxic environment. Now, once you've applied or assessed your ability to do that, the next thing to look at is your genuine calorie balance. Are you able to eat enough food for the stress you are applying on your body, which is your mental stress and your physical stress? If you're then able to assess and eat correctly, you then need to decide and calculate putting in the correct fuel sources. So a simple analogy, if you have a Tesla, you will not put petrol inside of it. If you have a Defender, which is mostly diesel, you will not try and charge it with a battery. You need to know what you are trying to do with your body and then fuel it accordingly. So one of the biggest mistakes I see is people who are in endurance sports not eating enough carbohydrates. Most people who are working in their zone 3, zone 4 cardio zones for triathlon or endurance running are working primarily off carbohydrates. And I've got the data to prove it, which means you cannot live off a low carbohydrate diet. Fat does not turn into carbohydrates, I'm terribly sorry to say. Now, once you've established, are you able to eat enough? You then have to then go, okay, what's next in my stress list? This is where you then start taking into account your work stress, your marriage stress. You take into account your healthy work-life balances. How are you recharging mentally and physically? Now, all of these are important factors to take into account when trying to manage or increase your performance. Now, performance just isn't what you squat or how fast you run. Performance is also your joy, how successful your marriage is. How good are you as a father and a mother? How good are you as a son and a daughter? How effective are you as a human being? These are all things you can gauge performance on. Performance isn't just what happens in the gym. Performance is actually more about how are you doing life? Because what happens in today's world, and I see it with so many people, is we get so focused on how we're doing gym, how we're doing squats, how we're doing in terms of the number of abs, that we stop forgetting how well are we doing in the process of life. How healthy are we as a parent? How healthy are we as a spouse? How healthy are we as a brother and sister? Are we impacting and changing the world around us, or are we just damaging society? Because these are the metrics of performance which are more important in life. One thing I can guarantee, you may be focused on the gym today, but one day you'll reflect back and you go, I missed out on so much of life chasing abs, which mean absolutely nothing. So today, choose to analyze the performance of your life and see how you're managing the stress. And are you able to do it correctly and healthily? If not, this is where hiring a good coach can help you assess and put together a plan to ensure you achieve.